Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. I hope the lighting is okay. I wanted to obviously do this at night with the tree lit up, but then I was like, I have to do my own fake light or whatever. Today's video obviously is a what I gave and what I got gifted for Christmas, or like a Christmas haul. I don't like saying the word Christmas haul. I don't know, something sounds disingenuous about that. I honestly really like watching what people give and get for Christmas because it gives me really good ideas on what to get other people and maybe ask for myself. And I did one last year and I really liked it, so I want to show off again what I got this year, also because a lot of it is like hobbies and interests I have, so maybe you guys can connect with me in that way and maybe you can find yourself finding something that you like. I will say I'm not obviously sponsored. This is a Christmas thing, but I'm also not trying to influence you to buy anything. Okay, I haven't even tested most of these things that I got, so like just know I'm not like trying to influence you. Okay, that's the big thing. You don't have to get any of these things that I have. It's just like if you have the same hobby as me, maybe you'd be interested. Plus what I'm going to do is like an annual video of like my past 3 like months favorites. So they're things that I will be testing out for like an extensive time, like 3 months at least. So if any of these things make it into that video, then you obviously know I've really tested it and there are items that I find useful and use all the time. I do read. Okay, anyways, I'm going to first start this video with what I gave everybody. I remember to film it this year. Once again, maybe this is just like useful in case somebody else has a very similar family member. Plus, I love giving gifts a lot. That is my favorite part about Christmas, is giving gifts. I love thinking about all the little things that my family members like and like remembering what they said from like way back earlier in the year. I'm like, hee, I'm so evil for remembering. Gotcha, pranked. So I will have this video timestamped here for when I start talking about the things that I got. So let's jump back to me from a month ago, technically, or earlier this month. Hello, long time no talk. It is December 8th. 2025. I recognized last year when I filmed my Christmas haul. That sounds like a weird way to say it. When I showed off some of the things I got for Christmas. I don't know if I'm like other people do this, but when I watch other people show off their gifts, it gives me a better idea to gift other people stuff. But what I was saying is I recognized last year I kind of just verbally said what I got, and I was like, this year I'm gonna remember to show it off. So I'm not showing off everything that I've got everybody, but I want to show off the fun stuff. And also because this is coming out after Christmas, it's fine if my brother and future sister-in-law are watching this because you've already got it. Put us in sports mode. The other thing is I haven't wrapped any of these yet, besides 2 things. So the first thing is I got my brother a Detroit Lions cap that is like the cancer awareness ribbons. Like it's multi-tie-dyed to represent all of them. He offhandedly mentioned that he wanted it. Locked in my brain. For my future sister-in-law, because we share the same skin type, that sounds weird, because we both have dry skin, I got her a toner that I really like that's gentle, and then like I'm literally almost out of this. There's like nothing left in here. This is my favorite moisturizer at the moment. I had that upside down. This is my favorite moisturizer at the moment. Both of them are really gentle. I don't know if she has sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin, but that's like my go-to combo, especially in the winter when the furnace is running. It like your skin turns to concrete. Okay, that's what it feels like. So yeah, just the fresh box for that. And then because my mom got her a new purse and she's like a silver girly, I was like, oh, every purse, you know, you need to have a hand sanitizer thing. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I was like, yes. 100% yes, all shiny. And then I couldn't decide on the scent for her, so I just went with the winter candy apple. I mean, I was like trying to think of a holiday scent that would still carry over until like January, February, maybe March, but I didn't want it to be too like Christmas focused, like pine focused, so I thought that was a good compromise. And then because my brother and her, I say more so my brother, he likes reading the books, are into Warhammer 40k. I mean, they both like, he reads the books or he listens to the books, but she also builds the figures, and I'm sure he's telling her the lore, so like I'm sure they both know it. Anytime I go over there too, I like paint the figures with them. It's really fun. It's a fun activity. Anyways, me just over explaining myself because they're getting like more serious with their armies that they're making. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which they are, but my brother was like, oh, I really want turf or grass. I don't know what he called it. And he was like, I like the neon sets. And I don't think you can see behind this. I'll put a picture up. This has 4 different types of colored grass in it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But like, let me get some more for both of you because I'm sure she also would like some grass on her figures. So I just got this multi-pack, or not multi-pack. I just got this general pack of grass that they can both use. It's the strong green. I got these off of Baron of Dice if you want grass. This one was called Mystic Nebula. I was thinking in my head, I was like, this is just like a good filler grass, or I guess like just the layer of grass. I guess it depends on what you want your figure standing in. I don't know much about the lore still. And then because last time they were here, they slept over and then went to the hobby shop that sells all the Warhammer 40k and D&D type stuff. And she had shown me she got a set, don't know the name, but they're purple. And I was like, okay, boom, let me get you some of the lavender grass. Can you even see that with the shadow? Boom, lavender grass. Because I was like, that would look nice. It's next to her figures. It's all the same color. Plus, I kind of figured they both could use this because once again, it's like a little filler piece. It's lavender flowers. And then I was like, while I'm at it, because I know they both like the color pink. My brother likes the color pink. And I think the pink would go good with her set as well. I got the cherry blossom one. So like this one is for her, these are for them to share, and then this one is for him. Yeah, I just think they would all go together in a sense. Also need to mention, not everything that I have is ordered, or not everything that I ordered is here yet. So I will come back, it will be the next clip, and I'll show off the rest of the stuff that I got once it gets here. I'm just like waiting for it. Okay, this is the thing I am most excited about giving my brother. It's something small, and I found it on Mercari. Here we go. A Lego Bioncles, okay. Drop some lore about me and my brother's childhood. He had a good amount of these Lego Bioncles growing up, and obviously I had Little's Pet Shops, and I'd make them collab, like these were the superheroes protecting my Little's Pet Shops. Anyways, when he got a little older, I didn't know this until my mom told me, because I showed her I got them, because I don't even know how we got on it, but he was talking about Bioncles. I didn't know he threw all of his away. Which makes sense because I never saw them after a while. But I could tell he regretted it. And the thing is, I understand him because I know the age I think he threw them away at was like middle school / maybe going into high school. You're supposed to be cool, tough guy, you know? Liking kids things is odd. Like there's this notion once you get into middle school, you can't enjoy your hobbies. Like anything that revolves around being a kid is like, grow up, man. That's like, we're 12. I just like never understood that. I never understood why people were mean like that. So I think he could tell me if I'm wrong. I think he kind of just threw them away to like grow up in a sense. But now that he's an adult, he's like, oh, I miss having those. So I was like, let me search for one. And I don't think it has the instructions. I didn't even open this yet. Oh, hey, it's like mostly built. Okay. Oh my God. I love how cool these things are. Oh God. I always love the bad guys' designs a little bit more than the heroes. Like, come on, this dude is cool. Oh yeah, that's right. The back you can twist and it like moves them. Oh, hell yeah. And if I remember right, the top has, oh, maybe it doesn't have it. Dang it. Oh, the top usually has like a jelly piece. It's called like the Crata or something. And I can't remember if that was like their power source or whatever. Anyways, there's a monopoly on this market, guys. People are like selling the headpieces just only on Mercari and stuff like that. And I'm like, and same with the Crata. People are just selling the Crata. They're like taking them apart and selling them individually. And I'm like, guys, that's kind of like annoying. But yeah, that's what. Even I'm excited holding this. Like, this brings back such good memories of being a kid. How the hell? How did they tuck them in? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. And then for my dad, for his, he wanted a, what do you call this? Like a grinder, a spice grinder, but like it's clicky, like, and all the spice comes out. I understand why he wants this. He eats hot salt all the time. He loves spicy food. And because he works construction, it's not like ideal to have a normal salt container. So like this one just, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Hopefully it works good for him. And then because he's been playing Battlefield 2048, 20, that's Cyberpunk's number. The new Battlefield with my brother. I was like, I should get him a arm/mouse wrist rest. I also am like somebody that hates when keyboards are a little higher, and then I don't know, just like the motion of it all. I also know his hands hurt from work in general, so I'm like, maybe this will bring some ease while he games. Okay, and then for my mom, she was like, I want some new charms for my watch band. So I was like, okay, get you these, because she likes gold and she likes sparkles. So I was like, solid, can't go wrong there. And then she mentioned offhandedly, I love when people say things and then I remember them, like outside of Christmas time, the Christmas time zone. The OLEHENRIKSEN Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in their new shade Vanilla Bonbon. She's a vanilla girl. I am a orange type of girl. Orange mint, not orange and mint together, gross. Orange/mint type of girl. And honestly, I can vouch for these. These are some of the best lip type treatments. Okay. I'm just gonna whisper these because she's upstairs right now. Hopefully you can hear me okay. The other thing, when we were in Kohl's, because our Kohl's has a Sephora, there's these Danessa Myricks sticks, right? And she was swatching them. She's like, oh, This is so cool. Like, the colors are so cool. This is the shade, like the duo, the copper and the gold color, I think. I'm hoping. Okay, she went back downstairs. I'm hoping that I got the right color scheme because the Kohl's one only has like 3 of the colors. So I'm banking that this is the right one. If it's not, it's fine. We can always just go and switch it out. And then, is this red? I swear I ordered this in black. Okay, it is. This is kind of like a shared gift, I guess, for both my parents. We like cooking in this family, and I don't know, I mean, I can personally attest to how many times I've hit my hand on the cheese grater, my knuckles specifically. It's annoying, right? Shredding cheese the normal way, so boom, little cheese grater, put it in, crank it out. You can do it with vegetables too, all in one. What else does it say? A fine shredding blade, a slicing blade. So I was like, let me get this. And it was so funny because my mom was making her famous vegetarian lasagna. And she was like, you know what I'd like for Christmas? One of those hand cheese shredders. And I was like, I already got that up in my room. I didn't say that to her, but I was like, interesting, noted. Because she also got my siblings an electric one, which is like, I guess they could have just swapped at that point. It's too late. I already bought this. It's for me. They can do something else with their shredder. Yeah, I just thought this would be way easier, especially because she asked for it. I mean, obviously, but this way it doesn't hurt your hands and you won't have a chance of hitting your hand on the blade. Do you like how I'm wearing shorts in winter? It is so hot in my house. Last night it was like maximum 4 degrees Fahrenheit, so the furnace has been running and I have been hot. Okay, and this, I think, off the top of my head, is the last gift for my mom. Oh my god, the box is so beat up. She had asked for a hairdryer that's exactly like mine. Well, not exactly. I've got one of those off-brand Dyson type things, which is fine because I'm like, I don't understand why you spend the money on a Dyson when you could just get like off-brand that's like $250 cheaper. I'm sure the Sharks and the Dysons are really nice, but like, I don't know, at the moment that doesn't seem necessary for me. Okay, essentially she wanted a round brush blower. Maybe I'll keep it, ask her if she likes it, and then return it if it's not. I know it's kind of like what she wants, but she doesn't. Let me show off actually. See, this is good. This is why you open your things before you wrap them. She might be okay with it. I have no idea. She likes this. Oh Lord, my hair's all in it. Sorry guys. But I guess like Lord forbid hair is in the hair product. She likes this style like blowout thing, but she wanted a bigger one because she usually uses a bigger brush. So I was like, let me get this. But you see how this one's not. Got my own hair in it, oh god. But maybe this will also be fine because you just need to pull it. I'll see how she feels about it. But that annoys the hell out of me because in this picture I thought it was perfectly circular. So it does have one of these. And then it's got this interesting attachment, which I've never seen because mine doesn't look like this. It's like an actual curling iron. But I also believe because it's got holes in the front, like you can use it like a wrap, like a wand. That's all the stuff I have at this moment. In like maybe 10 seconds, you're about to see the other stuff. I somehow set my mini mic down somewhere and I don't know where it's at, so time for the big one. This lighting's kind of gross, but I almost bet that's worse. I'm not doing that. I've got more things to show. Welcome to the craft room. It's a mess. I got syrup all on my shirt. Professional. So this is this shop. I think there's plenty of shops that are like this one, so do with that information what you will. But me and her both love Littlest Pet Shop. We grew up kind of having, I guess, the same childhood in a sense. So it's like, let me, with the fact that they paint Warhammer all the time, get her blank Littlest Pet Shops she can paint on and make her own character designs with. Anyways, let me show you each of them. You got a cat, the classic like wiener Dachshund dog. The other border collie, another classic. What do you call these? A Doberman? No. Well, yeah, could be. The other, like, if you ever play Littlest Pet Shop, like, she was either the, what do I want to call it? Like, I'm not like other girls type of dog. And then I think this one's supposed to be actually a, like, fox of some sort or something. I don't think it's exactly a cat. And they sent these stickers, cute little thing. And then they also sent me a button, which I will also give to her because that's part of her gift. So I'm hoping the Warhammer paints go on this fine. If not, I know that they can just spray paint it and then use their primer or something. They've got it all there. But I always see people make their own Littlest Pet Shops online and I'm like, wouldn't that be cool? For my brother, it is the new Warhammer book of the horse here. Oh, fuck. of the Horus Heresy. I'm trying to remember how he says it. The Horus Heresy. Ashes of the Imperium, the Scouring. Apparently there was, oh, there's illustrations in here. Apparently this book had a special print of it, to which I did not know because I got on Discord and he was like, oh man, you know, I really wanted to get the newest book and they're sold out for pre-order. And I was like, how are they sold out for pre-order? Like I literally can see this on Amazon right now for pre-order. And I don't know what the special edition looked like. Maybe I'll find it, put a picture up. But I still really like this one. I mean, the artwork is great. Even on when you take the paper cover off, it's the same thing, but the illustration is great. Like I said, he has Warhammer figures. He actually listens to the audiobooks of these. And today he came over and he was like, yeah, we went to Barnes & Noble and I bought 2 of the Warhammer 40k books. I was like, didn't say much of anything. Thankfully my mom asked because she knew I just opened this today and he came over today. And thankfully it wasn't this book. I was like, you jerk. Don't be going and doing that around the holiday season. But like I said, even though it's not the special edition, I think you'll still really like it because like I said, he listens to audiobooks of these all the time. So maybe it'd be fun to have a physical book that you can go through even if you listen along and read along with it. I don't know how many books are in the series. I don't know how far he is actually, but I thought that would be good. I still haven't wrapped any of the stuff I got, so let's do that right now. Wow, this lighting looks creepy. I wanted to show off the wrapping paper I got, but I look like I'm in a horror movie. I got this at TJ Maxx. That would actually be my recommendation for anybody, is to go to TJ Maxx and get wrapping paper because A, it's cheap because it's TJ Maxx, and B, you get a lot of it compared to if you, well, like, I think I got them from Walmart before, and it's like, there's not very much on the roll, and I can guarantee you that this will last maybe like 3 Christmases. But last year, my brother and future sister-in-law came over, they had wrapped all their gifts in the same thing, so it was really easy for them to know what they had wrapped and to hand it out, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that too, I'm gonna steal that idea. It is Christmas Eve. Oh, my part is like crazy. I've got 4 things to wrap stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna show the whole thing because I'm gonna leave it in this box and wrap it. I ordered licorice.com, and like, and I got the one that is specifically red and black licorice only because last year I got him a variety pack that had fruit ones in it too. My dad loves licorice red and black, so and he can attest that this is the best licorice out there. His quote's not mine. I can't eat this because I'm allergic to it. Is I just got him some really nice shirt. I don't know. They're just plain black, plain white, and this kind of grayish one, which I think would look good on him. So that is my segment on what I gave to people. Now let's go see what I got for me tomorrow, maybe, or technically. Okay, welcome back to now, after Christmas, after I've opened everything. I honestly don't know what I want to start with first because everything I got gifted is so good. Like, there's things that I didn't even think about asking for that I got. I was like, oh, I should have asked for this, but I got it anyway, so it's fine. Also, apologies, the furnace will kick on in this video. It's kind of loud. Think of it as white noise. I'm filming this literally at 2:40 in the morning because it's quiet besides the furnace. Okay, that's the furnace. You've heard it. Now we can get the elephant out of the room. First, let me address what I'm wearing because you might be like, what are you wearing? It is like a Snuggie. My future brother-in-law gave me this. Actually, all the girls got one. Me, my future sister-in-law, and my mom. And I don't think this is actually like Snuggie brand, but I'd say it's actually probably better because the material is like that soft kind of like furish stuff, and it's the same on the inside, whereas I think a lot of Snuggies are cotton. I could be wrong, I don't own a Snuggie, but I love a good oversized hoodie, and this is literally great. I never would have thought to ask for this, but I absolutely love that I got it. Now that that's been addressed, the big ticket item that I had asked for, that is like a hobby that I'm trying to start and change a little bit, I'll tell you in a second. I got a Polaroid Hi-Print Generation 2. What this is essentially a sticker printer. Well, it's a photo printer, but what prints out is on sticker paper, technically. And I asked for this because if you know, or if you've seen my earlier vlog from this year, I had started journaling, which I really did enjoy. However, I found it was like sad. A lot of the things I was writing about was sad because I was only writing about like what was happening in the news, and like, you know, if you can remember that far back in the month of January to February 2025, there was a lot that had happened, and I'm like grateful that I had wrote some of those things down, but it was like, I don't think I really like journaled in a fun way. It's good to like vent and get those feelings out sometimes, but like I also just don't like looking back on written word only. Like I don't ever want to open that journal and reread what I had wrote about, which is maybe sad, maybe point, maybe not part of journaling really, because I want to look back on the things that I had experienced. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of like great things that I had wrote about, but because I also wrote about about like the news and political stuff happening, I'm like, oh, I don't want to remember that, which is a privilege in itself. And so I'm actually a fan of Spilled Ink and Emily and Ditis, that's their channel. They're amazing artists. She had put out a video, she showcases how she journals, and she doesn't use this, she uses a something else. I can't remember. I'm gonna put their video somewhere if I can figure out how to do it. It'll be in the description for sure. But I love the way she journals, and I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but people that do like journaling on TikTok, I find it so strenuous, stressful. Like sometimes I have to remember hobbies aren't for performance. And so like when I was watching her video, I was like, oh, that's a way of journaling that I would really like to do, specifically because I do like obviously keeping memories. And I last year received the Instax printer, which is a Polaroid printer that prints from your phone as well. And I was like, oh, I'd love to journal in the way that she does. And she does a couple different ways of journaling, but the main one is having photos and then writing down like either what you ate for the day or who you're with or a specific memory. And I think that would be a much funner journal to look back on. It's like the similar vein as why I make these vlogs. It's like I like to look back on the things that I've done, even if some of the months are very boring, like this one. But yeah, this is what I asked for. I got the printer paper cartridge for my grandma. This is another thing I was gonna say. I would not recommend getting those thermal printers because what happens is over time the thermal paper will not disintegrate, but you will lose the image. It's like a receipt paper. If it gets hot in any way, you're kind of like gonna mess up whatever you had printed out. The reason I chose this specifically is it's not a zinc printer. Now, I don't know a lot about zinc printers. I was trying to find like their longevity or their lifespan of what gets printed, and I couldn't find a lot out there, and for that reason, I didn't want to go with it just out of fear that I would open up a journal one day and all the pictures would be blank. Or if not blank, they'd be black and like the image wouldn't be there anymore. A lot of zinc printers print out blue, which is like, you know, I mean, you can adjust things and obviously get it to where you want it to be, but this one specifically prints out in like CMYK. Similar to like if you screen print something, each individual color gets laid out. I'll see if I can find a clip of what it actually looks like, but essentially it's all the colors coming together to make the picture. So I don't think, gonna knock on wood, I'm gonna test this out a bunch, that it should lose its image quality. So that's the first thing I got for journaling. The second thing I got to go in line with that, this is also something that Emily had recommended when she was, well, not recommended, I think she just showcased what she does when she journals. This looks like a whiteout thing. It's not actually. What this is it's tape, double-sided tape, and you can just, you know, go down with. Essentially, this is for anything that I collect that obviously isn't going to be printed from my Polaroid Hi-Print. Like I said, I have that other Instax printer, and I will use this to put that into my journals, or like any other little cutesy item I find. Me and my future sister-in-law joke all the time because we love like little cutesy things, and obviously like a lot of Japanese packaging is very cute, and we like watching Dancing Bacons and stuff. We're like, scrapbook that, we'll scrapbook that. So like now I have an actual reason that I can like tape something into my journals and like keep it. The next thing I got are like a collection, well, not a collection, it's pins and a pencil pin case holder. These things I asked for like came from Amazon. So if you wanted to know that, because this is obviously super freaking cute. I love it. It's nice and soft as well. I wanted something cute to put my pens in. That's what it came down to. And also the inside, it's not, I can't tell what the fabric is. I wouldn't say it's like ink resistant. Okay, if you spill this in here, you will have to wash it out. I have spilled ink into my other pen case, but that's because my pen exploded and that was kind of my fault. So do note that if you want a pencil case that is like plastic on the inside, but I was like, I need something cutesy. And then these sets of pins I was already doing a little pin test. You will see the footage over this, but essentially I was just like, okay, I want some cute pins, and then I wanted some pins that actually like are good quality. What can I speak? So I got this first set of 3. These were just like the plain pins that I wanted because I was like, oh, cute, how adorable. Like I like the design on them. Simply that's the only reason. Girl wants cute stationery, okay? And then the other set of pens is also just cute. It's black ink either way. I feel like you guys may or may not have seen these ones online. I am a sucker for that. I don't know why that's so cute to me. Just a little star. I also like the pastel colors of them, but it's like I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker, and I fell for being influenced for pens. The other pens I have yet to test. So like when I was thinking in my brain about the colors that I would use to write with, these ones were like kind of on my mind. I thought about getting like pastel colors, which I did actually get pastel pastel colors. But I was also thinking, like, if I was gonna write a cute excerpt or whatever, insert into one of my photos, I think these colors would be most legible, and I think they obviously look really good together, even if you just use the browns or if you just use blues or all together. And like I said, I got a different pastel set, so I was like, let me get darker muted pastels. I don't know if that's the word I'd use, because I know that would kind of like fill in whatever else I needed. And they're dark enough to see. So like, because who wants to write with yellow? Anyways, these are the pastel pens I got. And these ones I think probably are the nicest quality pen that I got out of the bunch. And by nicest, I mean there's no smudginess. I did do like a smudge test, and these ones are very nice color, but you do have to let them dry. So like if you are left-handed, maybe don't get those ones. But I do like these ones a lot. They write very nicely, they're very smooth, and they dry pretty quick. So that was like part one of hobbies. That was my journaling stuff. The stupid thing I forgot, I didn't ask for a journal, and I was thinking about it because I was like, oh, I have a journal already, but I do have like drawings in it that I've done, and I'm like, not that I don't mind drawing in this new journal with all this other stuff that I've got, but I was like, I think I just want a fresh one. So I gotta go get myself a journal to use for this. So I haven't used any of this really yet, but I want to find a nice one. Okay, moving on to the other hobby. I was kind of like, whoa. I mean, I kind of knew my brother was gonna get me this. He got me a Warhammer 40k Necron set. Yeah, he asked me one day when I was on Discord with him, he's like, oh, you should look through all of the, not series, what do I want to call these? All of the troops, armies, groups, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. And I was like, oh, I like these dudes the most, which is funny because I don't really ever like sci-fi games that much. I do like Fallout, however, like I prefer Skyrim to that. But to me, one of my favorite movies of all times is called 9. These look exactly like they would be in that movie. In particular, the like drone type thing, Canoptek, Tombstalker. I need to clarify this right now. I don't know any of the lore of 40k. Okay, my brother knows the lore. He listens to the books. I obviously gave him a book. He was so stoked to get that, by the way. I was like, nailed it. So I have to build this army and paint it. I think I'm gonna paint it in the same color scheme. He has all the paints. This is kind of like a thing that I do with him and my sister-in-law. But I was so excited to get this because like, how cool. I like painting things. The other thing I want to do is repaint a Gundam sometime soon. But I will learn as I go along the lore about these guys, because from what my brother said, it sounded really cool. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this and like paint this and have like another fun little hobby to do, because winter gets boring around here. Also, it was really funny because like he was telling me about Terra and the Terrans. I'm like, haha, that's my name. I don't think I know what they look like though. And then this is truly how you know you've become an adult, is I asked for socks for Christmas. So I kind of got 2 sets. I obviously wear socks with like my heels, like that's always kind of like the look I'd go for, or with my like Doc Martens and stuff like that. So these are just kind of like a whole set. They all got ruffles on the top, and they all kind of got their own little design in the actual sock. No, I'm not putting these on my feet, okay? Okay, I know how weird the internet can be. You're not seeing my feet. This is a funny way to model, but like I said, I can wear these with my heels, my Mary Janes, whatever. What was really funny is I had these actually in my Amazon wish list, and my mom got them and she was like, these aren't actually white, they're cream. And I was like, you know what, actually let me keep them because I still do wear cream items occasionally. So essentially these are like the same thing, but these ones I would say are actually more opaque. They don't have as many like lacy designs through the foot part. These are still what I want. The main thing is the lace, having the fun lace at the top. And then in the same note, I asked for the specific pair of tights. I don't know, I just saw it on the model and I thought it was like really cute. So in black, and what my grandma said was like, oh, these kind of remind me of the old nylon tights that used to exist. So honestly, you could wear these with the design in the front or the back. And I never would have thought to wear them at the back if she didn't say that. So that was the fun, like, I know I'm kind of old now when I asked for socks type of item. And then this was like one of the things I never would have thought to ask for myself. Hold on. Okay, I had to go get this. So my mom got me like a huge box of these style hair ties. I don't know what you'd call them. They're plastic, but they're great for curly hair or just like not leaving an indent in the top so you can take your hair out later in the day. But essentially I'd been wearing this one and you can see how heavily discolored it is and kind of gross actually. And I think I even thought about it last year. I was like, oh, I should have asked for these and I didn't. And so I'm glad my mom got me these because it is something that I wanted actually without realizing it. They came in a bunch of different colors. I'm realizing the one now I'm wearing on my wrist kind of looks like my gross discolored one, but it's supposed to be pink, but like maybe I won't wear this one that much. So this is another practical great item. There's a bunch in here, so I don't think I'll ever need to ask for one for a long time. And then here's another fun item. my future sister-in-law got me a Hachiwari mug. I love Hachiwari. Hachiwari is my favorite Chiikawa character. Well, I mean, I love them all, actually. They're like my children. I can't pick a favorite, but if I had to. It's really cute. She got this from Miniso. I don't know how you say it, but they are like the only brand in the US that I can find that sells Chiikawa stuff. But even the one I went to the one, like a physical location, and they didn't have any. So I can't actually ever find Chiikawa stuff. So I am freaking stoked to have this. So I can like put my tea in it, because I drink tea all the time. Or I like to put Coke or like a pop in a thermos because it keeps it cold throughout the day, or just water. I'm so happy to have this. It's so cute. It's so cute. And the other thing she ended up getting me specifically, and I was like, oh, this is such a good idea for me, because if you watch me sew my Okarun cosplay for my little bear, it was terrible stitching. So she got me a cross-stitching book where I can go through and follow the kind of pattern. They give you a piece of paper that further explains like the type of movement you need to do with it. But I was like, oh, this is such a good idea. Another great hobby. Sewing is one of those things, whether people realize it or not, the more muscle memory movement you do with it, the better you get with it. And once upon a time in like the 6th grade, when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11. I was really good at stitching because I took home ec and I was constantly stitching. And then it comes with this kit, which has like everything you could need for it, which is crazy and so nice because I don't have a lot of thread and I don't have button clasps and I don't have an eyelet and I honestly don't have a lot of needles. I have a lot of pins, but not a lot of needles. So I was like, wow, another fun hobby to do. Plus, I could get really good at it, and then when I hand stitch something, I don't have to complain that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this is the other big ticket item that I had asked for. If you remember from last year, I had got a sample set of perfume from Danessa, and I had went through and I'd wore multiple of the fragrances to see how they sat on my skin or whatever. And the one I absolutely loved, I think this is like maybe my signature scent. I'd go out on a limb and say it. It is the Kimono by them. First of all, this box is gorgeous, and I love the egg shape. I don't know, it's so Frutiger Arrow to me. But I don't really know how to describe this fragrance. I'll read the notes. How about Magnolia Silk Rice Flower Lipstick Powdery Notes. To me, if you knew me in high school, okay, when I was 14, I was wearing white diamonds, okay? Everybody says it's a grandma perfume. I love grandma perfumes. Not to say this is a grandma perfume, but the silk and the powdery notes kind of like give mature, like grown woman type of vibe. Like a woman in her 40s that like knows what she wants. I can smell the rice flour. There's something like a little savory about this perfume. I think I've said this before and people don't understand when I mean savory perfume. Like, I don't know, it smells kind of like good in a way I'd eat it, I don't know. But I would just say it's like a really nice floral that gives like mature. So yeah, so that was the thing that I like was like, okay, I for sure like know I love this perfume. And when I pick up perfumes, it's also kind of like I want to be associated with the scent. So like when people like kind of smell it, they're like, oh, that's Taryn. So like, I don't know, I think I would like people to associate me with the scent. Okay, the next thing I actually asked for, I think, first, like back in November, I'd been eyeing these by bellabeautebar. They're the Dream Lip Sparkle Balm and the Dream Lip Pencil. They're such like a unique lip balm, and the fact that they still have some pigment to them, but the impressive thing is the sparkles in them. They look gorgeous. I am going to do a first impressions with these, so I'm not going to swatch these here, but you can watch me swatch them there. I got them in the shade Portal and then Dreamscape. The lip pencil is in Dreamscape. I also am a neutral olive tone, so I guess we'll see if these look good on me. But I don't think I've ever seen anything that looks like these lip balms anywhere. In general, like definitely not in any drugstore or even like Ulta. I don't think they are an indie brand, and I think indie brands are killing it, and I think 2026 is going to be the year of indie for like everything, because I genuinely believe that indie brands care more about their product and their customers. So these look really gorgeous, and obviously I'm excited to try them on and wear them with you. Oh, I literally just remembered, okay, one of my other favorite things that I got that I don't actually have, I got a bean bag. However, because it was vacuum sealed, I opened it up, I pulled it out, I was waiting a second, I was like, oh my god, this is just the beanbag carcass. That sounds awful. It was just the outside part of the beanbag. It did not come with beans. it didn't come with memory foam. And my mom was like, oh my God, because she ordered it and she thought it said it was a whole thing, and it was not. So we packaged that back up and returned it and ordered a new one. It was the price of like a 4-foot bean bag that has the beans. So I was just like, okay, well, it's what it is. So I don't have that here. I don't know when it's gonna come, but I'm going to have a bean bag, and I'm excited about it because if I'm not sitting on the couch, I don't really like sitting on our couch down here. It kind of hurts my neck. And so the only other place I can sit is like on my bed if my pillows are propped up. And that's fun, but like sometimes I don't want to lay in my bed all day. And sometimes I don't want to sit in my gaming chair because it's too upright. So I'm very excited to have a beanbag as soon as it gets here. I think this is the last thing. So I really wanted to get a mouse this year. Not like a live one. Oh God. I wanted a new mouse because the one I have is battery operated and I forget to shut it off, honestly. And so the batteries die in it, and then I had like corrosion and there was a lot of things. So I asked my brother specifically, I wanted to have the option of having a wired mouse to plug into my computer. Like when I edit, it's like, I'm gonna be at a desk anyways. I actually think I prefer wired mice, just because I don't want to care about getting batteries for said mouse. So I have to read a little bit on this one. So I asked for a white one because, I don't know, not like any of my gear is white, but I like the look of a white mouse better. And essentially what I can do is I can take this cord and plug it directly into my MacBook, or I can take this cord and plug it into this thing. Oh gosh, can you see that? And then have this plugged into this, and this reads into the mouse, so I can have it be wireless. So it's like either this or this to this, which is great. I don't want to like I said, I don't want to deal with batteries. And honestly, when I edit, I use my trackpad, but I know I could be 50 times faster if I used a mouse. So I was like, let me just ask for one this year. This is the year I'm going to finally do that. And then just because I didn't know, well, actually I do know. Obviously, since I have a MacBook, it's not USB normal, or it's a USB to a USB-C, like the Thunder port or whatever a MacBook decided to call it. I was like, I think I have one, but let me just ask for one because the mouse won't work otherwise. I don't have a USB. I don't have a USB in the MacBook. The MacBooks don't have a USB. I haven't used this yet. I haven't used anything. Like I said, if anything is really great and blows me away, and I think maybe it could improve some of you guys' life, I'll have like a not monthly. I'll have, what do you call that? I almost said trimester. That's not it. Tri-monthly, best of the month, worst of the month, maybe. More so aimed at best of the month. And if something sucks, then I will say in the worst of the month. And if I find that something doesn't live up to the hype after using it, I will definitely come back and tell you guys like, hey, this isn't great. But I'm so very grateful for everything that I got. Obviously, everything is like, mainly was on my wish list, like the pins and everything. But a lot of them were very nice surprises to actually get. Honestly, I kind of forgot that my brother brought this up, so I was excited to get that again. I was very excited. I got a Hachiwari mug, and the things I obviously asked for, like perfume and the Polaroid and the mouse. I'm very grateful that, you know, my family got me them. I'm very happy I was able to like share this with you guys, because I feel like if you're here watching, then you probably like all the weird nerdy stuff I do. Yeah, thank you for joining me on this video of just hearing what I got, what I gave for my Christmas 2025. I hope you guys had a really good holiday season and you guys were all safe and healthy and had a lot of good food and made a lot of good memories. I'm very excited to start new projects in the new year, and I hope I will see you guys in 2026. If you like this video, remember to give it a like. If you like my channel, you can subscribe. Leave a comment and let me know what your favorite item that you gave or received this Christmas was, because I'm very interested in what you guys like. And remember, if you didn't have a good day today, tomorrow can always be better. Okay, bye guys. See you next year.